Oh, sorry about that. Oh. Yeah, what's up, guys? Good morning. Mr. Coffee's here. Heads up, stream. Yeah, no, 50 plus. Oof. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, now I can hear myself even better. Oof, oof, oof. All right, so let's do some 5 plus X. Short stream today, guys. I've got about an hour and a half. Uh, so, Mr. Coffee, this is just what's the name of said tournament? What's like the is there like a regional significance to the tournament? You said it was in Ohio, right? I'm wondering if I've ever been in the state of Ohio. Very possible I've gone through. Although even that is unclear. Probably. You have to go through Ohio to get to... Yeah, I guess I went through Ohio. Sun Prism. Oh, it's like Ohio Senior Championship. Ohio. Home of J.D. Vance. Nice. All right, the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Nigel Farage. What's up, Sun Prism? Yep. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Trump 2.0. So we're taking challenges 5 plus X. If you'd like to play, challenge me. We got 2 already. Brownie Champ is playing a simul apparently. I don't know who this Brownie Champ is, but they're gonna play Sun Prism. No, I just woke up this morning and I was scanning the news, and of course Nigel Farage was one of the top stories. Schmoozing with the Trump administration, disgusting. That'd be really sick if Brexit like ruined the UK and then he goes to power after that. 5 plus 5? Alright. Probably it would be like Trump getting reelected. Destroy the UK 2 times. Anyway, we like to get into politics here. Friday, no. Friday I like to be chill. But I just can't, I can't erase what I saw this morning when I woke up. You can't unsee Nigel Farage or RFK Jr. or Donald Trump. You can't unsee this stuff, You wake up in the morning and that's what you see on a Friday morning. Oof, bro. Alright. So, Classical Nimzo. I don't play much these days. I don't know what got into me. I just do what little voices inside my head say. We just do what the little voices tell us to do here. Right, Arsenal fan? I should take on d5, I suppose. If you're not going to take on c4, I'm going to take on d5. Take on c4 is the main line. I like that line for black. That's probably what I would play if I had to play something solid. I never play the Classical Nimzo these days. How long are you going to... Oh. I won't be here. I'm leaving in an hour and a half. So you can do 94 even here. No, I have to leave in exactly an hour and a half. That's the exact length of my stream. The intended length of my stream. It would be better to stream longer, but I unfortunately have 2 lessons to do. I should... It's a no-win situation. Alright. So... I mean, the question really is, I guess, b6 here. You know, how good it is. If you end up playing bishop f5, b6 is going to look pretty dumb. Do I have time for bishop f4? Maybe not. Let's not and say we did. Damn. If you want any sparring sessions, give me a shout. Great news. Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee has a sparring partner. Benoni Club. Fresh off of Kamsky. He's warmed up. Yeah, that would be good. You're too young. Mr. Coffee has to practice with old people. Oh, body hurts. I haven't been exercising enough. Alright. So, what's up? Yeah, I seriously, in the opening, I just do what the little voices tell me. I don't know what made me play d4. I haven't been playing d4 at all. It's like the move I've played the least lately. I've been playing the birds, as Arsenal knows. I'm big on birds. We're big on the birds around here. Big with birds. Wonder if bishop d3 is a mistake. Very possible. But I mean, I gotta play something. Yeah, that's the problem, really. You know, but okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. I do have doubts about what I've done with this. What I've done with this game. But ultimately, still, there's this rupture on the queen side because of b6. You know, it's never going to be... It's not like you played c6 and I can't do anything. So that's the question. Boys and girls. Sorry. But you have a bad bishop, Saji. Oh, man. Alright, I see dead people. And I listen to little voices inside my head. Alright, let's just play b3. I'm a believer in my bad bishop. I'm a believer. Believing in bad bishops. I could play a4 with the idea of bishop a3. No. No, I like what he did. But still, it may not be quite enough to completely shut me down. Yeah, I mean, a common Nimzo idea. Going for the bishop exchange with bishop a6. The C file is the problem. There's no obvious answer to it, you know. It's like it's not going to go away. I mean, you can try to deal with it, right? Do we just, yeah, there you go. That's what all you can do. You have to try to deal with it. Exactly. Do. So, here we come. Get ready. Here's Johnny. All right, there he is. How you like me now? So, suddenly, things are not so simple. Oh. But study, you have a bad bishop. You can see exactly, Mr. Coffee. You've inspired me with your E3 type setups. You know, I almost played bishop f4, and I was like, you know what? That's a little slow. I mean, I need to get my king out of the center. My Nimzo is rusty. This felt, yeah, very much like something you would play. The little bad bishop that could. We can write a blog about it. Short stream, guys. Arsenal fan is gone. The artist formerly known as Arsenal fan. You have been selected. You've been selected. Bird, I still like the bird, even if Arsenal beat me with g5. I've never actually played the bird in an overboard game. I think that's something I want to do. Maybe we'll play just like one game with the birds, the World Senior or something, just as a surprise. Got to really pick your spots. As long as I know they're not going to play the g5 gambit. Okay, so this is cool. Knight d6 looks like a good move. Well, he didn't have a lot of choices, I guess. So, not really sure what to do next. He's managed to keep both of his pawns relatively well protected. We can probe with like queen a6. That doesn't look right. We gotta watch the c4, right? I guess Mr. Coffee rook c2 would have been in order. In retrospect, rather than rook d1, I could play rook c2, and I forgot that I was thinking about rook c2. The old rook c2, rook c1, double up on the c file would probably be more effective, because the d5 pawn is so well protected here that there's no way to get rid of that knight on f6 unless I'm going to play like something insane. So he's just doing nothing. Okay, that's always good. Well, we can always admit we made a mistake. Now this could get weird. If he tries to play c4, you know, things could get kind of awkward. But it would be risky for both sides, really. Now my e3 pawn is a little shaky. I like that knight on e5 though. Damn. Yeah, he's making this rather awkward. I don't know what to do. I don't see what to do. There's also knight a5. Probably not a good move. You know, he could have played c4. But very committal. You know, I don't think he has to do that. He's being patient here. The onus is on me to do something. I mean, I have no threats. What about a4? Bad move. Do we go kingside with like g4? That's insane. Somewhat insane. Alright, well, we're going to make a decision here. This is a bad move. But we had to make a move. This is a bad move. It doesn't... But I don't know what to do, you know? I'm trying to, like, disturb him. The only thing I can attack. probing. You're on probation. Queen b7. Nah. Did I miss a good move there? Didn't I have pawn takes pawn? No. I did not. Well, I mean, you could try it. This is really annoying. What a weird move I just played. Rook c3. That's a weird move to play. You're a flagger. I know I am. What if we triple? Triple nipple. Ooh, he has knight f5. Everything's protected. On your side as well. Oh no. Position is equal. My bad bishop is still enough to compensate for a knight. It's not worse than a knight. Maybe I'm still microscopically better. Now I get too ambitious. Of course, if he trades the other knight off, I could be worse, maybe. Yeah, see? He's trying to trade the other knight off. I don't know if I want to do that. You know what? Let's not and say we did. I'm not going to give you the very straightforward, you know, good knight versus bad bishop type of thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Oh, here, I'm actually better. Ooh, I can take with the pawn. Oh, no. Take with the pawn? Pawn cakes. Pawn cakes. No. Really steady game by Black. Great. He did a great job. A somewhat great job. It's going to be like the whole stream, one game. Yeah. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What could possibly go wrong? Good game. don't think that matters too much, but I could lose probably. It's a draw. It's a draw. 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 Claiming a draw. Impossible. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. This is impossible. Now this is impossible to lose. For both sides. I have more space. You have more pawns and I have more space. Draw. Poof, tough game. I was winning. What? What? Oh my god, I couldn't count it. I couldn't count it. King f4, king g6. King f4, king g6, h3, h5, h4. I don't get it. I don't even get it. Like, how is this winning for me? h4. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. b4 is winning for white. Oh my god. Well, why not king f4? Because I thought I could actually be zugzwanged, you know? That's why. He's not the only one that can be zugzwanged. You know, I can. If I run out of moves, it could backfire. God, only b4 wins. b4, a6, b5, takes, takes, h5, h4. Yep. If I had a little more time, I would have done it. But I didn't want to play it without calculating, and I didn't have time to calculate it. That was my problem. So I just erred on the side of caution. No, it was a good game. You know, you played really well. I was seriously better, but never winning. I wonder about the opening. I don't like what you did there. But apparently it's okay. Wow. So I did something, what? The b6 is a real line. Huh. b6 is a real line. It's been played by some good players. Now e3. Knight e4 is engine move. I know that idea from the other variation, but I thought that white would be better here. You know, I was thinking about Hans the other day, and I saw this game in the database where Hans played Jay Bonin and beat Bonin in a bad game at the Marshall. It was from 2015, and I was thinking that's what the weird thing about Hans, right? He was like 17 in high school, and he was like 2280 in 2015. I mean, that's why it was so suspicious. Like, how did he get so good so fast? It was really weird, you know. He was really literally like under 2300 in 2015. For example, I guess that is a long time ago. That is a long time ago, isn't it? I mean, 2015, if you think about it. He was younger than that, probably. Maybe I'm wrong about the date. No, it was pre-COVID. Yeah, I guess he was younger than that. All right. Anyway, his momentous electric knight 5+1. I'm going to take reduce the challenge first. Oh, Arsenal fan, sorry. Sorry. Arsenal fan, You'd fallen down the list, Arsenal. 2015 was during the Reagan administration. Yeah, Reagan administration. 2015 is a long time ago. Now that I think about it, that was a long time ago. Maybe I'm wrong about the date. I ran into this game the other day on game aborted. Oh, now you're going to abort on me? So yeah, Hans has been much younger in 2015. I saw a game from 2015. That's 10 years ago. That is 10 years ago. Well, this player is a regular on my stream, so I'm going to take their challenge first, if you don't mind. I take a lot of liberties here. Would you like me to send you a written explanation? An apology? No. Copying your opponent's moves is not a real credible strategy. Not a credible strategy. It's an incredible strategy. Incredibly incredible. What am I doing? They don't normally do that here. It's like a Philidor. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this. What am I supposed to do? They keep the tension. Most people like push to d5 or something. I lost a bad game against Erdos in a similar position to this. I had retreated all my pieces to the back rank like Steinitz or something. Didn't have enough space. But I mean, it takes a really good player to exploit that. Knight d4 is possible. Nah, not really. Oh. Exactly. B4. Exactly. Erdos Jr. Now I could try to blow up the center. I don't know, this is controversial. I still can't figure out this player though, Redusa. You know, it just deeply I believe he should be an e4 player. And you're very committed to playing d4, but I never felt anything more strongly in my life that you should be an e4 player. You're very tactical, you know. Feels like he's tactical. Maybe I'm wrong. We've only got 49 games. Aggressive. Play e4. I can't right now. Got to go in a few minutes. B5 is too much to ask from this position. White has a significant space advantage. I don't know. I don't like the c6 exchange pawns so much where white has an advantage on the queen side. I don't have much time, guys. This is a short stream today. 1 hour. I got time for 1 hour. I need glasses. Real glasses. Oh, I can't see. I can see the board, but I can't see writing. I mean, barely. Okay, there it is. Black should be fine, though, practically. Black. The other black. I didn't want to put my knight on d7. Maybe I should consider it, though. Here, here. You could take and play knight c4 now, but no, that loses a pawn. Dude, seriously? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Why b3 and not c4? Interesting. I don't know about bishop takes a6. I mean, it's pretty committal. I don't feel like bishop takes a6 is right. You know, you're trading your bishop for a knight. It's pretty extreme. The rest of the game, I'm going to have an unopposed light square bishop. Do you really want to commit to that? What's the deal here? Aha. Okay. Fine. Be that way. Be that way. I'm going to play f5. Be that way as it may. The enemy of the people is the center. People are the pawns. Pawns are people. People are going to revolt. Oh. You know about that. Wait a second now. Oh man, it's a crazy idea. f5, I should go for it. I have bishop g5. This is a weird game, you know? If I play queen f5, there's knight e4, and then I can't move my knight because of knight takes d6. I figured we do it this way. Trade off one of the knights. Play opposite colored bishops. He's really low on time. I can't believe you do that, dude. Jesus Christ, man. G4. Why are people so materialistic? Materialism, it's like a disease, you know? Okay. Well, now that knight comes to e4. That's weird to take that way. I thought you'd take the other rook. We finally conquered the enemy center, but my d6 pawn. D6 pawn is going to fall. What? What are you doing? All right. Why? Why? Why would he give me the exchange there? Just randomly. It's like a positional exchange sacrifice. How was this game, though, overall? I don't know. Damn. This was a good game. You know, until he blunders with this, just giving me the exchange. But why didn't you take with the other rook? This would be better, no? If you take with the other rook, it's completely equal. Look at the engine, 0.1, 0.0. What was the deal in the opening? You castled its main line. And most people here play e takes d4, but it's hard to play that Philidor. I've probably played e takes d4 here before. And I definitely played this before Magnus Carlsen did. But here, there's games. There's games. Burkesh, 2015. I played this back in like 2017 and lost against Erdos. I think I played like knight on BD7. Against Erdos, but it was too passive. So knight c6 has been played. It's not so good. It loses too much time. It looks like. Man, you even know the theory here. I mean, he knows the theory here. b4. Turn on your opening explorer, bro. So we're following this game against Steen Larsen. He's a nice guy. It's like big bald guy. Looks like Mr. Clean. Anyway, this was not so good, bishop a6, but I don't think white should take. Taking is bad. All right, electric knight. Electric knight, who are you? E takes d4 is playable, but usually we don't do that around here. Electric knight is not here. Very reliable. There he is. Am I blurry again? No. Short stream today. Come on, guys. Wake up. Yeah, so let me see, c6 is bad. I knew e takes d4 was right, but I didn't feel like that's a tough line to play. The Kraken. Who is this electric knight? Anyway. You have a Smurf account? Are you a Smurf? 92, theoretical novelty. Wow. How does that work? If I go knight g4, and you play what there? What now? 92, that's a neat move. The plan is h5. Okay, whatever. The plan is there is no plan. Queen f6. That can't be good. Electric Avenue. '92 is a novelty. Novelty is something that's new. You're talking about a theoretical relic. Legs hurt. Leg cramps are fun. Yes, folks, we need to exercise from time to time. Bishop f1. Is my queen trapped? It's a creative game. See, the Kraken creates interesting games. Bishop e3 was played against me, and it was played another game over the board too. Strong players. Czech Grandmaster Merva played it with black against a pretty strong Hungarian IM. Sheepush is fun. He's actually, I think he's the president of the Hungarian Chess Federation now. Bishop e3. e5 takes, knight g4, and Sheepush Ishvan played queen f3. My opponent played something else. But this knight e2 is a new move. Now what are we doing here? This is getting really weird. Bishop e2 is strong. Smells strong. Oh, what a weird position. We're actually better. Somewhat better. Seriously better. Oh no. Can he get away with this? Seriously asking for it. e5. Yeah, you could have waited till next move to play that as well, but that's fine. You might as well just play it right now. Yeah. Very well. Okay, so position is close, but I like black. You know, I like the two bishops here, but I think he's okay. So we have some questions about this position. What are our questions? Is Electric Knight someone we know already with the new handle? Can't hold a candle to his new handle. So, who's the Swedish player that hasn't been here in forever? Snedsteg? Oh no, you lost a piece? Oh no. Oh no. It was trapped. Just a bit outside. You have a plan. That's a strong knight you got there. Indeed. Not a quitter. Not worth a piece, though. Admittedly, my Darkster bishop is quite the bishop, but yeah. Not quite. Up close and personal. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's Snedsteg. Only a bullet player would play this out in 5+1. Because in bullet chess, there's always a chance you can win, right? They never resign. Oh no, he has that. I'm gonna get mated. They also see cheapos. Yeah, so the interesting thing was the opening about this game. See, my game's not in there, but I had a game in this position too. Back in February, where my opponent played this, and then he gave me the bishop. He like took on d6, which I think is pretty crazy. But he managed to draw this like guy from the UAE. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I don't know, to risk your whole structure. And I like black, but whatever, you know. I think it's insane. But the computer seems to like what he did here. So the question is, should I play knight g4? Am I playing like Astrobate, or is this justified? If I don't play knight to g4, I'm playing the Philidor or something, by the way. And b5 doesn't make tons of sense because he has f3, which is really shutting down my fianchetto. So I think this is critical. I was joking about h5, and it's the fucking best move. Isn't that funny? I was joking about this. Wow. That's like one of Black's best moves in this position. How weird is that? h5. Alien chess. I don't know why I have the instinct to play that, just like the computer does. You're hanging out with Stockfish too much and you start like playing moves like it does. It's not the best move though. What is the best move here? Not e takes e4 apparently. So he's significantly better. Man, he has to play bishop f1, obviously, queen h5. And I expected something like this with the end game, where white is a little bit better. All right. Chess Theory, Arsenal fan is back. Why did you take Arsenal fan first? So, because he was here already. And he just came back. And then we'll take the next game. Birds opening. All right. Look pretty normal. It looks pretty normal. Well, the final, yeah, it becomes normal at some point. Mr. Coffee Pokemon. Oh, what is that? What are we doing? Benoni. Benoni Club. You can always go to Benoni Club. Phony Benoni. Well, you can't force a Benoni. That's the only problem. Oh, it's a King's Indian. This is new. Phony Benoni Club. We have to dig very deep in our old bag of tricks here for Arsenal fan. I rarely play d4 these days, although it was my number one opening for a long time. For years. I play everything. A5. That's a move. I can also play bishop a3 there. King's Indian is an awfully theoretical choice for you, Arsenal fan. That seems kind of weird, to be perfectly honest. Bishop e3, f5. No time for that. I can play knight c5, bishop a3, bishop e4. Possible that Arsenal fans been hanging out with Gada Kamsky too much. He didn't like convince you to play the King's Indian, did he? You're gonna get your ass handed to you. Not by me necessarily, but you can't play this opening without knowing tons of theory. I don't believe so, you know. The King's Indian like requires you to learn tons and tons of theory. If you don't, you're going to get butchered. So, what do I do? Bishop takes or rook takes? This might actually still be some kind of line. Yeah, I don't know which way to take. I almost feel like I've already had this position. Oh, I have knight b5. That's not going to fly. All right. Perfect game for center pawn loss. Saji's very suspicious. Flum board. Why is there like no games here? Almost. Mikhail Gurovich. I'm surprised there's very few games. This much we know is normal. 97 is not so common. Yeah, there's rook a6. That seems kind of counterintuitive. Putting your rook on that square. But it's debatable. I never liked this flumboard guy. I have knight b5 right away. No one found that move. Theoretical novelty. Neato. We could just go knight a5, knight b5, I mean, immediately. Oh, look at that. It's not that clear, though. It looks like you're okay. I'm the first person to play rook takes a5. Yeah, it's only slightly better for white. Rook b8. Rook b8, rook b8, b5, rook a8, rook a5. Rook b8, rook a5. Draw. I have c5. It's interesting. Alright, anyway. I still think you have to learn a lot of theory if you play the King's Indian. Speaking of theory, chess theory. After knight b5, you're worse, yeah. Yeah, that was a mistake allowing knight b5. You have to play something else there. Chess theory 1, 2, 3, 4. Since you're not Arsenal fan, I'm going to play the bird. Damn. It's either too hot or too cold. But Arsenal fan, why don't you play c5 when we get this classical King's Indian? Because you can play the Benoni. I thought your plan was to play c5. It's a good way to try to get a Benoni. You just play c5 in the King's Indian instead of e5. Maybe you're not playing the Benoni anymore. I don't know. No, it can get Marazzi, yeah. No, that's the problem. No, yeah, you have to be able to get a Marazzi, yeah. No, you can't avoid that, yeah. That's a problem. You know, you could play, yeah. No, Marazzi or Benoni, yeah, that's the problem there. You can't avoid one or the other. That's what I was going to do. I wasn't going to let you have a Benoni. I would go into Marazzi. Look, the Marazzi's all right. You know, it's not very good winning chances for black. Wow, chess theory 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an original name. We're playing the Simon Williams attack. Well, we shouldn't really credit Simon Williams now, should we? I mean, there's so many great players who played the birds. Larson, Nimzovich, Bird. Birds is the words. Lasker, right? Lasker's famous Bird Larson. That's one of the greatest games of all time. So it's a Ilgen Janevsky variation, reversed with an extra tempo. How much does the extra tempo matter? I have to say I'm a little nervous. My opponent is named Chess Theory 1234. That definitely stresses you out. Now what do I do though? Bishop G4 is a weird move. That is a weird move. Normally I wouldn't put my knight on D2. But I wonder, in this particular case, when the bishop's on G4, probably still it's bad. What do you do against bishop to G4? Huh. Well, man, I don't know. Knight C3 is a normal developing move. Whole queen, nothing but the queen, so help you God. Well, if you're gonna blunder, then just, why not just go whole hog? Why blunder small? You can blunder big. Go big or go home, as they say. Queen D6. Knight E5. Knight E5, bishop E2. I don't have knight E5. Queen D6 looks like a kind of neat move. Playing for control of E5. This is interesting. H3. Whatever. I'm just gonna develop. Maybe we can connect our rooks. If D4, how do we handle that? We drop back. D4, knight D1. That's what I like to do in this type of structure. But I don't know. Oh, A6. Not a big fan of that move. And this bishop can drop back to D1. Bishop D1. Knight D1, bishop D1. And now E5. Radical, man. Wow. Pawn takes, knight takes. I have to react. Chess Theory 1234. This is a brand new account, right? No, it's been around since June. All right. So what do? Take here. Do I win a pawn? I have knight takes f7. Chess Tactics 1234. Knight takes f7. Rook takes f7. Rook takes e2. The in-between move. Right? Right. When you're right, you're right. See, now he made a little blunder. That's no fun. Little blunders. Thematic B5. Okay, what am I doing? You're gonna play B4. I'll have to move my knight. Okay, fine. I'll just move voluntarily. How come he's so fast, this guy? 1800. I'm always afraid of these like new accounts. Confident. Lightning 8000. Wow. Look at C4. Very confident move now. That can't work. I am taking that. That is gone. I'm threatening bishop takes b4 as well. There's no knight to g4. Okay. So now, looks problematic for white. I mean black. Whatever. One of those colors. Hey, this pin is pretty nasty. That's going to be hard to deal with. We have, yeah, no rematch. Never rematches. So I'm worse at an opening. Amin versus Ganguly, 2019. Timman, you see Larson, Waldemar Schmidt. He lost against Waldemar Schmidt. Kato Lee. Who else has played this? Svein Johannesson, 1970. Queen E1. So the birds is negative 0.4. Ouch. So A4 is a move on the queen side. This bishop G4 is main line. That's weird. It's weird. It feels weird. You wouldn't normally do bishop G5 in the Dutch. Why do people play it with black? It's a strange move, you know? Like it's not even an effective pin. I mean, you're whatever, you know? That's strange that bishop G4 is the most common move here for black, and black played that. The engine likes B5. B5, B6, very normal. Yeah, but I mean, I never recall bishop G5 being played in the proper main lines of the classical variation of the Dutch. You don't want to just give up your bishop for nothing in a position, you know, where the center's not locked. You need the light square bishop. You can't just be trading that for nothing. It's a weird move. There's some concrete point to it, though. It does fight for control of E5, but the price would be high, you know? So here I didn't know what to do. Yeah, I don't want to play like H3 or something lame. Knight BD2 is weird, and I ruled that out. King H1 I considered. So I ended up playing the move that most people play, knight to C3. Huh. It's the most common move, but he has knight B4 here. Oh my god. He has knight B4 here. Unclear. Do you defend with knight e1 or bishop d1? Maybe knight e1. Because at d4 you can play knight d1. You can't. No, it's not a problem. I don't know. Anyway, the birds is fun, but I agree. It's yeah. You're playing the Dutch with black. Johnson 665. Your score 0-1. I want to see that. How did I lose this player? It was a relatively normal game. Okay. Good. We never know. Lightning's already challenged me. 5 + 6. Wait, Lightning doesn't have enough games. Sorry, Lightning. Not enough games. Don Johnson. Don Johnson. Cats play chess very well. Mr. Coffee. You think my preparation was great in that game? Your preparation? Nobody has preparation for the Birds opening, except for Arsenal fan. Like, seriously. That's just a weird comment. That's super suspicious. I agree with Arsenal fan. Conspiracy theory. Nobody has Birds opening preparation, even at the Grandmaster level. That's ridiculous. So, okay, how can I justify playing a6 in the King's Indian? Very easily. Slaggy versus Maxim Dlugi. 1996, I think. I like a6 and c6. It's not bad. It's a line. Soltis played it. It's in his book. Confessions of a Grandmaster. It's a little shaky, but White has to be very skilled, I think. I totally overextended myself against Lugi. He got like a really good kind of old Indian type thing. Very easy for White to overextend. I think it's one of the better ways to play against the h3 Makhaganov. You don't give White what he wants, really. You know, you get this amorphous sort of structure that is just not... There's no, like, real formula. They can't just rely on their formula, their preconceived formula about how to play. c5 is a radical move. Wow. That's extreme. That's extremely extreme. Holy moly. That might even be good. Who knows? I don't know, I'm just playing on instinct. But Johnson 665. Is stronger than Johnson 664, but not as strong as Johnson 666. Okay, Queen C2. We go after this pawn. It's a sensible move. Guarding the e4 pawn. Guarding. Double guarding. I don't know. What is this? Is white overextended with c5? Is it good? Is it not good? Wow. Now I'm really confused. How does he keep that protected? Gotta fight. Gotta fight for your right to party. Yeah, give me that. No c5 pawn for you. That's right. Get that out of here. Bye-bye, c5 pawn. White has played well, though. I don't know if I have b4. It's a smooth developing move. Smooth as a baby's bottom, b4. There's some complications there. I don't know. I wanted to kind of just not give him more squares like a4. White does a4 for the knight. I think what I did is okay, but there were definitely options, Arsenal fan. Not clear what the best was. I agree. This is a weird position. That's what's fun about this a6. That's what's fun about this a6 c6 thing. You know, you kind of do whatever you want. You just make up stuff. And white can't do... The whole point of the Makhagonovs is like white attacks black on the king's side in the standard structure where it's like e4, e5. It's like, screw that, man. You know? I'm not going to just give you like a space advantage and let you attack me on the king's side. This move might be a mistake. I don't know. I have b4, see? Arsenal's suggestion. But make b4 even better now. Maybe I will play b4. Just a question of when. You know, now it might be even stronger. Now with more stuff. I like black here. Okay, Gingy was big on this a6, b6 stuff, a6, c6 stuff in various systems. I don't know. White's really a solid player, though. Very correct. Yeah, I want to develop, but there's so many options for both sides. Of course, he's the one with the center, and so he's kind of committed. I'm thinking d5, b4, for example. d5, b4. Kinds of crazy shit happening here. I had a game years ago where I played that kind of move in a Zamish with white successfully, but it's rare. Yeah, it's rare to see that. d5. This is kind of crunchy. Najdorfian. It's better to take with a knight. Oh. If you take on c6, I take on e3. guess. Do I want to go to D7 or B7? D7. Wow. Maybe not, actually. Wow. Another wow. Oh, I'm allowing bishop g5 now? I have rook takes e1 check. Okay. God, this guy's good. How's my time? Time. I gotta go, guys. This is my last game. It was nice knowing you. Bishop c6 is a pain. He's better now. Well, at least my bishop's defended. That's good. Played like a genius. He's too solid to be 1964. All these amorphous accounts. Guys, we'll be back on Sunday with a simul stream. As always, simul streams. Do I want to go there? That's a lame square, right? Knight c7. Dude, step off. b3. Wow, he dropped a piece. Tough game. Played well. The time got to him. I'm curious about this opening though. It was a good opening. He was totally fine the whole way. Guy played like a freaking genius until he blundered. Really, really well played. But anyway, okay. We're going to transpose. And I know e5 because that's played. That's the computer's #1 move. Yeah, there's a Kamsky game there. I never really thought of Gata as a King's Indian player, though. It's weird. So c5. c5 is a TN. e5 was played here by Pepe Cuenca. e5 is the critical idea. This seems to be the critical idea. And now he didn't find bishop g5. This is apparently very dangerous. Pepe played bishop f4. Peppa Pig. Bishop f4 not as good. Not as good. So I go b5. You're supposed to play e5. Then I'm supposed to play knight. I thought knight e8. But it looks like maybe that's not the best move. Anyway, alright, I gotta go, guys. Interesting stuff. Don't flag. Resign. Don't resign. Flag. Mines against Kamsky. Yeah, I don't know. Any old games here? 1988, Hebden against Sahovic. Oh, Taimanov played it. Wow. Taimanov played it back in 1975 with Black. Taimanov, not necessarily a big King's Indian player. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday for the simul. Thanks for following. Mr. Coffee.